Welcome to the Simplified Marketing Podcast. Straight talking ideas to grow your business.
Hello, and welcome to the Simplified Marketing Podcast, the show that helps you grow your business. So you can find out more from us at marketingsimplified.co.uk. As we know, life is pretty tough for businesses right now, and we're dedicating the next few episodes to giving you top tips on how you can work on different aspects of your business. Today, we are extremely lucky to be talking to the wonderful John Lawley, our web guru, who's going to be giving us our 5 tips on what we can be doing online. So, John, how are you doing, and where are we starting?
The wine delivery arrived early. A day early, so everything is good. Thank you very much. And my coronavirus lockdown haircut is not too bad, I think, actually. I was all right. I think,
I must say, it's looking pretty good. I quite liked it last week when it was really, really, really long, but I'm feeling this too.
I'm giving the wife some credit here. I think she's done a good job.
Very nice, very nice. So kick us off with your first tip.
Right.
Tell us what we should be doing.
Top 5 tips, right, for your website during coronavirus. One of the main things we've found is done really, really well at the moment are pop-ups. Now, I know it was one of your tips as well. So on things on your Facebook page, for example, pinning a really important post to the top of your feed, telling people all about how you're operating during coronavirus and the lockdown, if you are actually offering a service, what it is, and details from it. Well, the equivalent on your website, and probably you should be doing both of these two things, is to have a pop-up which, as soon as people arrive to your page, the pop-up appears saying, this is how we're working, we are still working, this is what we're doing, please click here to find out more details. That then leads people onto a landing page with all the right details on so they can see your new terms of service and how you're all working. That has been phenomenally successful for driving different inquiries. Because, if you aren't telling people what you're doing at the moment, and if you are operating, then I don't think you exist to many people.
Well, we were talking about this just before we came on earlier, weren't we, in terms of the landing pages, and the designs and creations that you do are fantastic. It's just a way of giving all that information that the client is hoping to see in a really condensed way, isn't it? So they don't have to wade through lots of different stuff. Yeah. So that's why you said you're noticing such a big difference, right?
Absolutely, yeah, because it's not business as usual. So people don't want to spend time looking through your entire website. So just get to them the really important information straight away, just popping up straight in your face as literally as that almost. And then it kind of goes on to tip number 2, which is easy contact buttons, because that makes things so much easier as well. So we found this, especially with a lot of trades websites, where a lot of people nowadays, and it's something like between 50 and 70% of people who are searching for and looking at a website will be using their mobile phone. Mm-hmm. And if you're a trades, and if you've got a WhatsApp, either for business or just the one that you use normally, you can actually embed a button at the top of your page with the WhatsApp icon. So people just press that and automatically then connected to you via WhatsApp can ask you a question. Are you doing business? Are you in the area? Can you help with this? This is a problem that I have, et cetera, et cetera. That has been really successful as well. Just being able to contact you really quickly, rather than having to phone, rather than having to email, a WhatsApp message, nice and simple. And there's lots of very, very simple integrations now for WordPress websites and a lot of the other easy build websites as well.
I love that. I can't tell you how infuriating it is when I'm out on the road and I'm not at a laptop, which I'm very quick at working on, and I have to find someone's website on my phone because I need to call them. And they haven't got things set up properly, so I can't call them from the Google page. I have to go into their site and I have to try and click contact and find their phone number and everything else, and then I lose interest. Which I'm speaking on behalf of millions.
Yes, well, you're speaking on behalf of 99% of the population, I think. If something becomes too difficult, people aren't going to do it. But actually the same way as well. I mean, tip number 3 is something that we've been learning from experience over the last 6 or so months, if not longer. A lot of websites that people have are kind of out-of-the-box templates, and they may look fine, and it may be just starting off, and that is absolutely fine. Don't need to worry about that. But when it comes to, we've got a standard contact form. Yeah, great. Okay. But that's just to contact you, isn't it? So if you are actually pushing people towards it and saying, do you know what? if you want to actually book our service, then use this form to get in touch. If you want a free 20-minute consultation, here's your form to get in touch. You're giving them a purpose to actually put information into that form. Give us, if you want me to review your insurance forms, or if you want me to have a look at the layout of your house to give you some ideas of what we can do, upload it here, and then give us a bit more information that we've asked for. That's the contact form. It's got a purpose rather than just, oh yeah, contact us.
I love that. It's straight away helping people with their direct pain point and challenge. People know what help they want. They don't want to be wading through information. They don't want to be wading through different phone numbers and talking to people and explaining. This is straight direct. Here's my problem. You already have said how to communicate to me on that. They know they're going to get the quick, fast answer they need, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's all about why, I think. If you've got something, if you're going to put something somewhere, why? And what is it going to achieve for you, rather than just, oh, someone else does that, so I'm going to do it. I've never found that to be the best course of action ever.
Very good. So tip number 4.
And this is really important now if you've got a website, is video. So as we're recording things here, and as we were talking about with yourself as well, things like doing Facebook Live, but also there are so many ways to record a video nowadays. It's becoming more accessible. If you've got a modern phone, then all you need is a well-lit room or being outside, and you can actually start to record yourself. And adding that to your website is actually going to help you with the conversion of that website and how many people are going to get in touch, because you don't want to be a faceless corporate body. You want to be the people that, oh, just a minute, I'm getting a bit of association with this person. It's the same way that, we found with this podcast being a podcast, but also in vision. People get to know you a lot better, find out about your personality. That 30 seconds or 1 minute of you describing your own service to someone and how excited you get about helping people really sets a tone, rather than 300 words. I mean, have 300 words as well, but have that video as well, which describes what you're doing. Embed that into the top of your website. So you're giving people information in 2 ways, which they can consume then the easiest, or their preferred option is how they're going to do it.
Well, that's what we know, don't we? That people buy from people, and it's very difficult to invest in something just from something you've read. And that's not to put down copywriting in any way, shape, or form. You need to cover all areas of your marketing. But that's sometimes a real power in video, when you can hear a voice and you can hear a tone and someone's passion behind something. You get a sense of that in text and a sense of that in photo, but in video for sure, you start seeing the people, and that's so important, isn't it?
Completely. And yeah, you're right. Never put copywriters down, because the skill of copywriters, I always think, is getting those higher level statements, the advertising, the bold statements that are really good, are clever as well, that are really going to draw people in to have a look and listen more. I mean, a lot of, I suppose, that filler text you're going to find on websites as well is mostly written for a search engine in any case, because I've never found that most people are actually going, oh, do you know what? I've got in touch with you because I've read 700 words from your website. I've never, ever had. No one's ever come to me saying that. Did they get a taste for your brand, how you look? I think, most people are visual people first. That's why people like yourself are so important. And the design, the layout, the functionality of something is far more important, maybe. And the headline messages. And that's, I think that those are the most important things. But tip number 5. And
very exciting.
That's why I saved it for last. Is possibly one of the most important things if you've got people sat around at the moment. Testimonials and reviews. Is something that is just so important. If people, I don't want to say that the people are sheep out there, but if I've seen that someone I know has recommended someone personally or given them a good write-up because they've given them a great service, then I'm far more likely to use that person than I am someone completely new. So on your website, it's a case of, can you gather more testimonials and reviews? Can you get them on your website? Can you get them on Google? Can you get them on Facebook? Can you get them wherever, on Trustpilot, wherever? Then can you start then to display them on your website? Because you can easily cut and paste the text from Google or Facebook and have it on a nice carousel rolling through. And the more testimonials and reviews you've got on your website, the more trust markers you've got there, as well as associated bodies, things like that, networks that you're involved with. It all adds to you being, a kosher business. That isn't
Absolutely.
just some fly-by-night people who've just set up and going, yeah, book me.
Well, I know Andrew, our third leg of the team, he sort of mentions BNI quite a lot. And when it comes to testimonials and reviews, for those people that don't know what BNI is, it's a Business Networking International, which is how the three of us actually met. Like, that's an area for those of our listeners that are in networking groups and have had members use them or their families use them in the past. That's surely the first place to ask your colleagues, you know what, that website that I built for you a couple of months ago, and you said you're really happy. Would you mind leaving a review? Of course they're going to say yes. If you can, it's so easy to start building up testimonials, isn't it? It's just sometimes reminding people, could you leave it online for me? So then people like yourself can extract those from the Checker Trades or the Facebooks or the LinkedIns and put them across the site as well. But they don't do it to start with. It's hard, isn't it?
It really is. And there are a number of different ways. And I think you're absolutely right. The people you've done business with in the past, absolutely ask them all the time. People in your networking groups, always ask them all the time. Family, friends, etc. Don't be too proud to ask for a review, because it's really important. But as well, a lot of software out there now can send out an automated link to people that you've actually done a piece of work for as soon as it's completed or when you think the time is right. And it's all automated. So those systems are actually been around for a while and quite easy to set up. And all it does is it's just a reminder email. Hey, here's the link to our Facebook page, or here's the link to Google. Can you please click on here and leave us a review?
Which is perfect, because half of the problem of the reasons we don't have testimonials is not because people think we're rubbish, but because we never asked in the first place. And, and our clients didn't quite think. They thought, we bought you a bunch of flowers or some lovely chocolate and cake to say thank you. They may not even, the thought may not have run through their head. So there you have it. John, amazing 5 tips. I have loads of things to go and work on now in my business off the back of that. So thank you very much. Don't forget, if you're listening on iTunes, please leave us a review and let us know if there's anything that you'd like us to uncover on any of our future shows. Thank you very much for listening. We'll catch you next time.
That's all for this time. But don't worry, we'll be back with more soon. Stay tuned for new episodes at marketingsimplified.co.uk.